watching BBN Tonight, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight, and gonna be honest, we're all kind of getting excited for Kentucky football now.
Yeah, pretty pumped. Spring games certainly didn't hurt, although the weather did hurt.
Yes,
the entire wide receivers room showed a lot of potential, including junior DeMarcus Harris. He sat down with our Maggie Davis for this exclusive interview.
Well, DeMarcus, how is spring going for you so far?
Going well for me, to say the least. I like the offense. I like the new offensive coordinator. I love my coach. Love my teammates. So it's been a good experience for me.
How has it been working with Rich Gangarello? I mean, new guy in town and new guy for you to work under. How is that relationship going so far?
I think it's pretty good. He likes me. I like him. He knows ways to get me the ball, to get other receivers the ball. That's really all I really need.
What else could you ask for, right? I think people are just so ready for football again, especially after the way the Citrus Bowl ended, and there just feels like there's a lot of momentum heading into this season. Is that something you all feel?
Yeah, for sure. We lost some key players last year to the draft, so it's really just who's going to step up and be the leader, who's going to be the man at every single position. It's not just the receiver position, not just the safety position, the corner position. We need all 11 or all 22 who's starting, and everybody who's backing them up to step up and produce like we did last year.
In your room specifically, there are so many guys that people don't know a whole lot about yet, and I think it's almost 3,000 yards lost from last season between Wandell and Josh and Isaiah Epps. How do you sort of view this as an opportunity for you?
To just do it again, really. Like, be the man, be the guy, be the next Wandell or Josh or whatever, Play like your hair's on fire, really. Play like he did, because Wandell, he didn't have much fear when he went onto the field. He had a lot of confidence, a lot of trust in him and the people who was around him, including me, including Will, including Josh, including Isaiah. He knew that we were going to be where we were supposed to be to get him the ball, because he was our best wide receiver.
And that connection, I think, between him and Will was really special. Is that something you've been able to work on this offseason, this spring?
I texted him like a week ago, and I was like, what do we need to do to get that chemistry like you guys had it last year? Because I'm not trying to be a sub-average team, sub-average group. I want to be the best receiving group in college football. So what do we need to do collectively, or just me and you for right now, to take it to that next level? Take it back to the level that you guys had last year. Because I'm not Wandell. He's probably not the same quarterback he was last year. So we need to, make good chemistry.
Will talked not too long ago, just said something like, we're starting to figure out which wide receivers make the most sense when we're running each particular sort of route, and kind of finding out, okay, this is his strength, this is his strength. Where do you think you fit in? What's your strength?
I don't have any weaknesses, so all of them are strengths.
I like that. Is there anything that you like the best?
All of it. Where I need to get better at is probably, once I catch the ball in space, making somebody miss. It's probably my one, if I would say, weakness, juking people.
Is that something that's easy to sort of practice, or is that, just feels like over time that's an instinct that has to develop in games?
Yes, it's definitely an instinct that happens in games and practice, but you definitely have to work at it, because, Wandell, he's a shorter dude, but he's quicker. He's not that fast. Like, he's not going to run 100 yards down the field. Like, some people would say he would probably beat me in a race, like 100-yard dash, but he wouldn't, because he's quick. But, like, once my legs get going, it's kind of like, that's with any tall wide receiver like DK Metcalf. He's not quick, but he's fast, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely different. But being on the quicker side, it's easier to juke people and do all that because you're used to it.
What have you seen from some of the younger guys in this room?
A lot of dog. They want to play. They want to prove that they can be on the field, even if there is a senior like myself or a freshman like Dane that is killing it. Tay is fast as usual. DeKale is quick as usual. Dane's probably the most all-around receiver I've seen in a while, but he's young as well, so he definitely has some growing to do, but he'll be all right. Christian Lewis is really good. He's a tall guy, can go up and get the ball. Chauncey Magwoods, like last year, he's very consistent.
Well, it's a deep room. Maybe not a ton of reps, but a lot of guys with a lot of different options for you all to sort of play with this spring, and it has to be cool to sort of see it all start to come together.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like Will was saying, kind of putting people in position for this specific play, for this specific route is definitely great, because I might not have to run every single play and be tired for the next, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something that we've been working on.
I mean, that seems like something that would be great in practice, but also could be great in games.
No, I'm running all over in games.
Scott Woodward, I don't think we've talked about a whole lot because of just sort of the way he moved into that position last year. And then now we've have all these new coaches that are so easy to talk about, Scangarillo and Yenzer, et cetera. What is your relationship with Woodward like? What is he like? I mean, I don't think we know a whole lot about him.
He's a family dude. Like, he's not stern unless he needs to be. He's not gonna rip you because of you missed a play or whatever, but he's gonna get on you about it. You know? Some coaches, like NFL coaches, they might, I'm just guessing, I obviously haven't been there, but like what I've seen, they're gonna be in your face yelling and stuff. He's not that kind of dude. He will do it if need be, but we keep each other in line so that he doesn't have to do that.